it's Marian. Welcome to 25 Days of Plantmas. This is a special My Oasis Life holiday series where I'll be talking about at least one of my plants per day, every day during Vlogmas. I'll be sharing with you the plant's journey with me ever since I've gotten it, all of our highs and lows, and of course how I care for and propagate the plant. So let's go check my plant vent calendar and see which one of my plants I'll be sharing with you today. Today is day 11 of 25 Days of Plantmas. And our plantmas of the day is Peperomias. Peperomias are very popular in the houseplant community, but I've just never really taken to them. At one point during their height of popularity within the houseplant community, a couple of them were in my wish list, like the Peperomia watermelon and the Peperomia hope, but I've taken them off my wish list just because I don't think Peperomias are for me generally, not because I had any problems with these two. In fact, these two plants are very much easy care plants, and I recommend it to anyone who wants to start out exploring Peperomias or want to add them into their collection. Like this Peperomia obstifolia variegata, this is probably the most common Peperomia you can find. I found this in a local grocery store called Safeway. If you're from Maryland or in the East Coast, it might be familiar with you. And I got this at the floral department for about $3, and I got it just to try it out. I actually wasn't even sure what kind of variety it was, and for the longest time I didn't even know what it was called. I might be even pronouncing it wrong now, but this one has been a very easy care plant. The moment I got it, I gave it to my sister though, so I have been very hands-off with this plant, but it never really gave me any issues for me to give it extra attention. It never really demanded any extra attention from me. I never fertilized it ever since I've gotten it. I got this probably during early summer, and I've also never repotted it from its nursery pot. It's still in the same pot that it was in, and when I got it, it's probably like half the size. So this has been a very fast grower, and as I can see over here, it's still growing out new leaves. So this is really an amazing plant. And in my sister's room, she does have two south facing windows, but they're a lot smaller windows than mine, so she's not getting a lot of light in her room. So this one probably gets moderate to bright light depending on the weather, because this just depends on natural light. It hasn't really given me any problems. Its growth is not leggy. The distance between nodes are still very short. As far as watering this, I water it when the soil is dry. And I know Nick Pileggi recommends the taco test for Peperomia. You touch the leaves, and if they fold, that means they need water, and if they don't, that means they don't. This one was recently watered, so I know it's okay, but I've never really performed a taco test with this one because I feel like with bigger leaves like this, it doesn't really work as much. Like I said, this one I just recently watered, but if I touch this leaf, I could easily bend it. But for some of the other more mature leaves, I can't. So I think with a taco test too, you have to do it on the leaves that are more mature for it to accurately work. And now for the Peperomia Pixie, I actually got this for my very first plant swap, which was hosted by BB Plants on her channel. She basically connected people who are looking for certain kinds of plants, and I met a plant friend through that plant swap hosted by Maya, and she gave me her Peperomia Pixie while I gave her a baby of my Pilea Peperomias. She was having issues with her Peperomias, I was having issues with my Pilea Peperomias, so we thought our plants might work better with the other person. And so far for me, I can say that this has been working well for me. I've been very much hands-off with this ever since I've gotten it. I've had it initially in a white ceramic planter, but in a nursery plot. This one, when I transferred it in this little cute watering can planter, which is actually ceramic, I didn't put it in a nursery pot anymore. I just planted it directly in this one. And so far it's been working well, and I know I've said in a previous episode that never put a plant in a pot that doesn't have drainage, but this one, the drainage might not be at the bottom, the drainage is actually on the side. So when I do water this, I don't overwater it. I probably give it probably a 4th cup of water, and whatever excess water it has, I just like tilt it like I would a watering can, and all the excess water will come out of here. I mean, at this point, I've been a plant parent for about 6 months, which is not long, but I have learned the language of the plants that I own. So with this one, I kind of like know how much water it needs. So I'm confident in putting it in this type of planter where the drainage hole might not be in the conventional at the bottom, but on the side. But if I'm also going to be honest, I won't be too sad if I lose this plant because I decided to put it in a cute planter and it dies. So I'm not afraid in taking risks of putting it directly in a planter that has weird drainage holes. So yeah, I did repot this the moment I got it from my plant friend, but I never fertilized it. The only fertilization it probably has is the earthworm castings that I put in my soil mix, but that's pretty much it. This plant has grown twice its size ever since I've gotten it, and it still continued to pop out new leaves, which is amazing. And I think for a lot of plants, neglect is the best thing for them. If we are more hands off with them, the more they thrive. Some plants are like that. Some plants love attention. I guess it's just us need to learn the language of our plants. I think just like with pets, I consider this the cats of houseplants. Those are, as long as I water them on time and give them enough light, they're happy. I don't need to fuss about them. If I could lay off them as much as possible, they actually appreciate it. And I think this Peperomias appreciate me not being a helicopter plant parent on them, so it works out for the both of us. But like I said, Peperomias are not really my things. I don't think I'm going to be adding any more Peperomias in my collection anytime soon. I think this is going to be it for me, unless of course I get something from a plant swap and I might be interested to try out another Peperomia. But as far as me purchasing a Peperomia for myself or actually hunting for one, I don't think that would be me anytime soon. But yeah, this is my Peperomias, Peperomia pixie and Peperomia obstifolia variegata, our plantmas of the day. That's our plantmas story of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow for the next installment of 25 Days of Plantmas. And if you miss any episodes, all of them will be included in the playlist that links up in the card and down in the description. Thanks again for watching. I see you, I appreciate you, and have a plentiful holiday season, everyone. Bye!